back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That'll be complete to Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Good shot, good shot.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, going for Jefferson downfield. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Rolling to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to... And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Steps away. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the...
It got his man, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 95 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play action now, Cousins. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Throwing, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Chiefs 20, Vikings 6. Harrison Butker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st down, Mahomes forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.